大家好, I'm Martin, and this is Short Stories, brought to you by the Taichung Keda Language Center. Today's short story is called Seals Under Attack. It's about a controversial practice that is still happening in Canada every year, seal hunting. The author of this short story is clearly very pro-seal. And who could blame her? Seals are super cute. Before I read the story, I will give you the vocabulary and example sentences. After I have finished the story, I will read some listening comprehension questions. Okay, let's get started. Vocabulary. Practice. Practice. The cultivation of rice has been practiced in China for millennia. Valuable. Valuable. All the books in this library are valuable, particularly the ones on the top shelf. Drop. Drop. The country's birth rate has dropped rapidly over the last 20 years. Undeniably. Undeniably. Undeniably, Gina is the most beautiful girl in our class. Inhumane. Inhumane. Abandoning a pet for any reason is inhumane. Blindly. Blindly. You should think about the answers carefully instead of guessing blindly while taking exams. Be the case. Be the case. Many people enjoy riding roller coasters, but this isn't the case for me. Be up in arms. Be up in arms. Be up in arms about or be up in arms over something. The majority of students were up in arms about the plan to tear down the basketball court. Slaughter. Slaughter. Greenpeace condemned those people for slaughtering whales. Booming. Booming. Our business is booming this year because of the rising demand for our products in the market. Permission. Permission. David cannot set foot on his ex-wife's property without her permission. Now for the story. Whale hunting has significantly declined, so why hasn't the hunting of seals become a thing of the past? Throughout our lives, we encounter hopelessly outdated things that have far overstayed their welcome. The appendix, fax machines, mink coats, the traditional work week, and fossil fuels. A tradition of the past still being practiced today in Canada has many animal activists up in arms. Back in the early 1500s, the seal industry was a booming business, with hundreds of thousands of seals slaughtered every year. Seal pups were especially targeted because their pelts were considered the most valuable. Though demand for their fur has dropped, seals are still killed for pelts, blubber, and meat. Let's get one thing straight. Seals are undeniably cute. They are basically the dogs of the sea. The ways in which they are killed are very inhumane. Plenty of videos online show them being clubbed, shot, and dragged with metal hooks. One of the reasons behind this barbaric practice is that people tend to blindly follow the past. Many animal rights advocates believed that with the appointment of Justin Trudeau as Prime Minister of Canada, controversial seal hunting would fade into Canada's history. However, that has not been the case. This year, commercial seal slaughter opened weeks earlier than usual, a time when these pups are still nursing, with government permission and monitoring. To make matters even worse, with climate change and melting ice caps, the survival rate of seal pups is dropping. Though little is being done by the government to end sealing, animal welfare groups and international organizations are not ready to call it quits. That is the end of the story. Now for the questions. Question 1. What outdated tradition is still being practiced in Canada? A. Hockey. B. Canada Day. C. Parliamentary democracy. D. Seal hunting. The answer is D. Seal hunting. Question 2. Why did many animal rights activists believe that seal hunting would end soon? A. Because the Queen decreed it. B. Because they thought Prime Minister Trudeau would end it. C. Because there will soon be no more seals. D. Because seals are no longer valuable. The answer is B. Because they thought Prime Minister Trudeau would end it. Although it does not explicitly say this in the reading, it is very strongly implied when they say the sentence, many animal rights advocates believed that with the appointment of Justin Trudeau as Prime Minister of Canada, controversial seal hunting would fade into Canada's history. This sentence implies that because Trudeau is Prime Minister, seal hunting would end. Question 3. Besides hunting, what else is making things worse for Canadian seals? A. Michael Bublé's music. B. Pollution caused by the maple syrup industry. C. The killer whale population is increasing. D. Climate change. The answer is, of course, D. Climate change. Question 4. Why are seals killed? A. For their pelts. B. For their blubber. C. For their meat. D. All of the above. The answer is D. All of the above. If you are not sure what pelts and blubber are, pelts means their skin or fur, and blubber is their fat, which has many, industrial uses. Well, that's the end of today's short story. I hope you learned something new about Canada. I certainly did. I always assumed that seal hunting in Canada was a very, very small scale and very local affair. I am aware that there are many First Nations and Aboriginal peoples in Canada who have a tradition of seal hunting. And this is also true in the U.S. state of Alaska as well. And for them, seal hunting is an important part of their identity, and they only do it once a year, and they only kill maybe a few dozen seals at most. So for them to kill seals doesn't seem like a big problem to me. However, doing it on a commercial scale could be very problematic, and I'm not sure how many seals were killed last year, but probably too many. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.